Okay everyone, in this video I'm going to explain the tutorial how to make 11 and 24 meter of modern house. Okay, first of all we have to make a rotated rectangle. We can start from select the rotated rectangle. So we have to start from here and drag it to the right side 11 meter and to the back 24 meter. It's just something like this. I will show you about the dimension for the first step. Okay, this is about the dimension anyway, 11 and 24 meter. So we can delete it. So we have to make the thickness for any size of the thickness as we want. We can set the thickness to, we can use a push pull tool until down. So then we can just separate it with building and landscape area with tape measure tool. We can start from here to the here around 8 meter. Okay, so we can drag from this line to the right side around 5 meter. Okay, so we can get 6 meter for the carport area over there, and then we can just make the another side of building. We can just drag it to the back around 2 meter. So we can make the another wall, but first of all we have to make it crooked. Okay, so and then we can select a line, then we can make outline of the wall over there. We can draw it through the every single corner until we can get this shape of the basic. So we can select it all and offset it inside. We can offset it inside 150 millimeter for the wall thickness. So then we have to erase it. After that we can select it all. Okay, we can select it all and push it up until 3500 millimeter or 3600 millimeter or 3.6 meter. Just make it group, and then we can make floor element. Anyway, we can make the floor element with using this line by following this outline of the wall over there. You can follow this step or draw line through the every single corner over there. So we have to push it up 300 millimeter. Then we can make group and we can move it down. Anyway, you can move it down and we can just select it and can move it up. Okay, so we can get the floor and ground floor wall element here. Then we can make the another element. We can make the second floor by selecting this slab. Then we have to move and duplicate it until this position. So and then we can decrease the floor area over there. We can assign with the tape measure tool. We can start from here to the here around 6 meter, because it has to be a void area of second and ground floor anyway, so we can get the dimension about it. So then we can select this plane. Anyway, we can select this area. We can push it to the back until this position. Then we have to push it a little bit forward of this side only, and we can cut it. So this is for the stair room. Anyway, we just concern for the exterior purpose of 3D modeling. Okay, then we can just make another wall over there, or we can enter the group and then we have to push it up again until upper position around 3.6 meter over there. So we can get the ground floor and the first floor over there. So then we have to push it to the back to make it clean for the exterior wall. Anyway, we can make it clean for the exterior wall. You can follow this little thing step to make it more tidy of the 3D modeling. So then we can make another element. We can make flat roof. Anyway, we can using the rectangle, start from the back to the front on the corner like this. Then we can push it up using push tool around 600 millimeter. So you can get exterior, then we can push it to the front around 2500 millimeter. So we can just push it to the back. Anyway, we can just push it to the left side. We can push it to the left side around 1 meter only and enter. So we have to make group and we can make the another rectangle over there. Okay, you can place on this position. So we can select it the plane. Then we have to push it down until 150 millimeter. Okay, so we can just make it group. Anyway, we can check about the group, and then we can make another element of this position. We can using line, start from here through this corner and then we can end on here. So then we can get the two sides of the line on the vertical and horizontal position over there. Then we have to offset it outside. Around 600 millimeter. So then we can close this every single uncompleted basic shape over there on this position. Then we have to select it the plane, basic plane. Then we have to push it to the right side. Around 600 millimeter also. Then we can push it to the forward until equal with the position section of this front side of flat roof over there. Then we can make it group. So it's about the basic exterior and the roof element. We can make the another floor or balcony floor with using rectangle. Start from the corner to the top corner. Then we can push it to the forward until this position, until equal with front size of this roof. Then we can make it group and can move it to the upper side 3.6 meter. So we can look at the section to make sure the level of the floor are same for the outdoor. So anyway, we can just modify it to a little bit lower than the first floor level. Anyway, we can push it down 50 millimeter. Then we can push it down again around 450 millimeter more, just something like this. Because it has beam structural system on it, we can consider to set the thickness with approximately like this thickness anyway. So for the detail, you have to discuss to the another appropriate engineer, for the structural engineer maybe, to get the valid information about thickness of the beam system anyway. But in this case, we just concern on exterior modeling look to make first deal for your audience or your client. Okay, we can continue it. Then we can make the another element. We can using line. Start from here. We can start from here through this position. Then we can place on this position. Okay, so then we can select it all and offset it inside around 400 millimeter. So then we can select it. We can complete all of this uncompleted line over there. Then we have to push it to the front. Okay, just like this. And okay, we can also make it group, and we can make some smooth or small detail of it. We have to push it to the back a little so it will look more aesthetic enough. Then we can make the another support element in here. We can using rectangle over there. We can set the wall around this position. Then we have to push it to the left side anyway. So then we have to make it group. We can get about the basic shape of this house. Then can make the another size of this front roof anyway. We can make the variation about it, just something like this. Okay, so you can get the variation about this roof, or maybe we can just push it more off to the forward around 1500 millimeter. So it will look more elegant and modern look. Then we can also make the another element in here. We can just select this group and we can using line and draw the line in here. Then we have to push it to the left side around 2 meter. Okay, so and we can make the line over there. Okay, and then we can make the line on this position also. Then we have to select this plane and offset it inside around 200 millimeter. So we have to push it up around 200 millimeter also. So just something like this. And also we can make the another line in here. Then we have to offset this plane inside. We can offset this plane 500 millimeter. Okay, so then we can offset this inside around 400 millimeter. Then we can push it to the upper position until the limit, so it can be something like this. Then we can also make the another beam element in here. We can using the rectangle with any size as you want, and we can push it to the front. Just make it group and make component, create. So we have to move and press Ctrl to duplicate it, and then we can place on this position. Then we can type 8/ and enter, so it will be automatic arrangement of the beam system over there. Then we can select choose one of it all and push it forward until the beam limit over there, just something like this. And we can also make the another wall element. Okay, but before we make it, we have to make the another element. We can make the semi outdoor floor over there, so we have to push it to the front in this position. We can push it 1500 millimeter. Okay, and then we can push it to the left side until equal with this upper beam over there. So then we have to make it group, and we can make another guideline with the tape measure tool. Start from here until this position anyway, 2850 millimeter. Then we can make the another tape measure tool over there. We can using it. Okay, we can place on this position. Okay, so then we can make it whole element over there. We can use rectangle, start from the bottom corner to the top corner over there. Just look at this video. So we have to push it back until the limit, just like this. We can get about the door opening. Then we can make the another door opening in this rooftop. We can move it up to 1850 millimeter. Okay, so we can make the another guideline in here. Okay, we can drag it to the left side until this position. Okay, equal with position. Maybe we can type 3800 millimeter only. Then we can make opening with the rectangle also. Start from the top corner corner until this bottom corner. Then we can push it to the back until the limit anyway, so we can get opening of this house is something like this. Then we can make the another element of this house. We can using tape measure tool until this position. So then we can make the guideline first. We can start using it until this position. Then we can drag to the left side until this position 2400 millimeter. So then we can select the rectangle and then we can draw it from the top corner until the bottom corner. So then we can push it to the back until the limit, so we can see but the opening of this house anyway. Okay, so then we can make the every single door opening element over there. We can using our rectangle start from the bottom corner to the top corner of this large window. Then we can select all and offset it inside. Just offset it inside 40 millimeter. Then we can erase. So we have to push it to the back 120 millimeter. Then we can just make it group anyway. Then we can make the another frame, vertical frame over there. Okay, we can using this vertical frame. Then we have to push it to the right side 40 millimeter. So then we can make group and we can move and place on the center position of this window. And we can make the another element. We can using a rectangle start from the corner to the top corner over there. We can push it to the front. Then we make group anyway. Then we can make material. We can using for the blue glass material for temporary to make us easy for modification about the window element. So then we can make the another window element with a window frame with a rectangle start from here until this position. So then we can push it up around 40 millimeter. Then we can just make it group and make component create. Then we can move and press Ctrl to duplicate it until this position. So then we can type 3/ and enter, so we can get the automatically divide of this window panel element over there. So we can continue to make the another material. We can make the another component. Start using line. Start from here. We can start from the corner and follow the opening shape. We can select it all the line. Then we can offset it inside, and okay, we can offset it inside 40 millimeter. So then we can or maybe we can just make the floor hang. We can make the floor hang door anyway. Okay, so we can just push it to the front around 100 millimeter for the main entrance door thickness, and then make it group. Okay, so we can move it to the backs like this. So and then we can anyway we can make the another component, or maybe we can just make it with the same. Okay, we can make it the same level on it, and we have to adjust it again. Okay, so we can make the another wall element. Start using this line until this position. Okay, so then we have to push it to the front around 50 millimeter. We can make group. Okay, so we can make the another component of it. Start from here to be here. Then we can push it to the front around 30 millimeter and make group. We can move and press Ctrl to duplicate it until this position. Okay, so then we can adjust with the another material with the brick cladding. We can using this bedboard or modify it. Okay, we can adjust the material color over there. We can using this color anyway. Okay, we can using this color. So then we can make the another door element over there. We can select the floor first to complete it, to fix it. Okay, we can draw it, then we can draw it also. Then we can push it to the front just like this. So then we can select a line. We can place on this position and through the every single corner. Then we can offset it inside. Okay, we can offset it inside around 40 millimeter. So then we can complete the line. Okay, we can erase. So then we have to push it to the back around 120 millimeter. Then we can make group. So then we can select line, and then we can draw the line until this position. So we can divide it until 3 parts. Okay, so we can erase some unnecessary line. Then we can make the door frame. We can place on this position. Then we can erase. So we have to push it to the back around 50 millimeter. Then we have to offset it inside around 100 millimeter. Then we have to push it until the limit and just make it group and make the another door element with the glass. so we have to push it to the front. We can just make it group, so we can set the material of the glass this position, and we can just assign the color of the frame. We can using the color, so we can set the dark material over there like this, and also for another material for the same time. Okay, so then we can select it and select the frame, make group and make component, just create. Then we can just select move and press Ctrl, and then we can place on this position and place on this position also. Okay, so we can look about the progress of this 3D modeling, and then we can make the another element, start using a rectangle until this position, then we can erase it. Okay, we can just erase, then we can click it, push it to the front around 50 millimeter. We can just make it group, so then we can also assign with the material over there. We can click it and push it to the front around 50 millimeter. Then we can just make it group anyway. Okay, and after that we can also assign with another material. We can using this component, we can use the stone maybe, or many more, or maybe okay, just something like this, or this one anyway. It's depend on you. So, and after that we can make the barrier and boundaries of this rooftop element. We can select the letters, we can select the L shape material, then we can offset it inside around 150 millimeter. So then we have to push it up until this position, and we can move it up again. Okay, just a little bit. So then we can make the glass material over there using line until this position, so we can offset it outside around 15 millimeter approximately. So then we can complete the uncompleted pattern, then we can just push it up around 1200 millimeter. We can just make it group and adjust the glass material over there. So then we can make the another material element. We can using this material. Okay, we can using this material for this component. So then we can select this, and we can place the line over there, and we can place on this position. So then we can offset it inside around 200 millimeter. Then we can assign with the material. We can also assign with the material this position. Okay, and then we can make the another element. We can move it, we can push it down until 50 millimeter. Okay, so then we can just make the another element in here. Okay, we can offset it inside. Okay, approximately about 200. Okay, we can separate this plane first, and then we can make the another landscape element with the landscaping. We can select this vegetation grass, and we can assign this material also. We can use this paver, and we can set the this is with paver, and then we can place this material with the paver also, but we have to modify the color. Okay, we can place this position. Okay, or maybe it's, if you feel it's enough for the paving color, you can finish it, and we can make another level of the stepping stone over there. We can push it up 100 millimeter approximately. And also for this component anyway, so then we can make another terrace material with this material. Okay, you can place on this. Okay, just something like this, so you can see for it. Then we can, okay, it's almost done. We can also adjust this wall anyway to move it up until this position, so it will be look modern anyway. Or we can just move it down again until this position only. It's depend on you. So we can also make another barrier element with this rectangle, okay, until this position maybe, or we can push it to forward again. We can using this material maybe, okay, or we can make another landscape. We can make another fence element with this position. Can just make group and adjust the material. Can adjust the material also in this position. Okay, so then we can make another element. We can using the component. Can start making this tree. Can place on this position. Then we can using scale. Can push it down. Okay, or maybe just something like this. Then we can sign with the green glass material. Okay, so you can see about it. Okay, and I will share to you about the dimension of every single component as I can anyway, so you can learn for this dimension, and you can exercise yourself to making the model. Okay, just something like this. I hope it will be a lot of benefit to all of you about this dimension anyway. Okay, so you can try to exercise yourself to make this model. So you can see about the carport height are around 5600 millimeter or 5.6 meter. Okay, so you can see about it, and maybe it's for the height of this house. Okay, we can continue it. Okay, I think it's enough. I hope it will be a lot of benefit to all of you about how to make this modern house, and just wait for my next video in the channel anyway.